Here today quickly to show you a little ring box that I made today. I've been making rings over the last few days, so I needed a little box that would take the size. This would be suitable for earrings or little trinkets. It's a small little box that measures 1 inch by 1.5 inches. I've used double-sided paper by K&Co. So I've got the decoration on the inside and the outside, and I've decorated the outside with a little bit of lace and a prima flower. So to start, I'm going to take my scoreboard. I have cut down a piece of pattern paper, double-sided, 6 inches by 3.5 inches. So what we're going to do, on the long side, we're going to place it on our scoreboard, and we're going to score at 1 inch, 2.25, 3.5, and 5 inches. So we're going to turn that then. So we're scoring on the short side now, and we're going to score at 1 inch and 1 inch and 2.5 inches. So you're literally scoring in an inch from either side. I'm going to pop that scoreboard down. So I have my paper now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to burnish all those folds using my bone folder so that I get a nice crisp pieces the whole way along. Okay, so just like so. Let's make sure I get them all done. I'll do this quickly. Okay, so they're all kind of scored and folded. So I'm going to take my scissors, and at every one of those score lines into this line here at 1 inch, on the long side, on both, we're going to put a nick. So we're going to cut in that 1 inch on the long side along all the score lines. And you're going to do that on both sides. So we're going to turn it over, and we're going to do the same on this side, just along here. And this will help us fold the box up, and these will be our gluing tabs. Now what I like to do also to tidy up my gluing tabs so that when I fold them over that I get a neater finish, I cut from corner to corner at an angle. So just like so. So when I fold that over, I'll have, can you see that? I'll have a nice finish. So I'm going to do the same on all those gluing tabs. I'm going to cut them in at a point so that I'll get a tidier finish. So we're going to do that on all 4 sides, or all 4 sides, all 2 sides I should say. So we're going in here to the corner. Now another thing you can do, if you want, which I did on the original, and now would be the time to do it before you glue it closed, would be if you wanted to go in and ink your edges, you could do that. The ink I used on the other one was gathered twigs. I used my blending tool and I just lightly went over the edges. But to keep the video short, I think you know how to do that, so you could do that if you wanted to. And then what you're going to do is you're just going to fold in those little gluing tabs, and I'm going to take a wet glue, and this dries pretty quick, so I'm just going to place, let me get that down, a little bit of wet glue on those tabs. Okay, so then I'm going to fold those over and secure them in place. And what you could do also, just to make sure that they're well stuck down, is I take little bulldog clips and place that on, and I'll do that now to show you. So we're going to pull that tab up there, can you see that, and just pop it in, and we're gluing it to the inside of the box. And by cutting those little kind of slits in the gluing tabs, it just tidies the fold up a little bit. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take these little bulldog clips, and I'm just, okay, it stopped recording there again, so I've started again. So what I was saying is I've put the 2 bulldog clips on there, and on the other end I'm going to do the same. Okay, so I've got those glued, and I'm going to pull those up, and I'm going to put a little clip on that until the glue takes, and the same on this side. Now, so what I'm going to do, that's our box assembled really quickly. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put that aside, let that dry, and I've got some lace here, just close my glue, So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to measure the lace, the length of the lace that I need, which is about that length there. I didn't mean to fire the box across the mat. Okay, and then what I find the easiest way to attach tape to lace, because I don't like using wet glue because you can see it coming through. This is how I seem to prefer to do it. So I'm going to take some strong red line tape, pop that down on my mat, press it down really, really well. I'm going to lift the backing off of that. Oops. And I'm going to place the lace down on that tape, and I press it onto the tape, and that way that's nice and kind of secured without the glue being visible. So what you do then, I'm going to go in with my pointy pokey tool, and I'm just going to lift that off the mat. So we've got a completely straight line of lace with the tape there. So I'm going to go back to my box, and that should have taken nicely already, because as I said, that glue dries really, really fast. We're going to fold that over, and it fits, the lid goes over really snugly. So we're going to pop that lace just around the edge of the lid, and any overhang there with the lace, scissors a bit blunt, I'm just going to trim it off. And then all I did to finish that project was I took a Prima flower, I used my wet glue, and I popped it on top. So instantly you have a decorated box with very, very little product to use. Double-sided paper so that it's covered nicely on the inside. So all I did then was I filled it with some tissue tape, and I popped in my ring like you can see on the original. So I hope that helps. I will put the exact measurements again down in the description box so you can let me know how you get on. Okay, thanks a million for watching. Bye bye.